Hello everyone, welcome to Leeds Bradford. Hope you're well. Just waiting for a Jet 2 flight from Alicante to arrive. Should be here shortly. Can just see it now there through the trees now. In reality there's not so many big trees here, but in the sim there's loads. It's a bit overgrown. There we are. So that was the flight from Alicante. There is another aircraft on approach at the moment as well, which is another Jet 2 flight from Mahon. That is a 737-300 aircraft. Also, unfortunately, I have no foxes here today. So I've been watching some YouTube streams from a lovely guy called Blue Sky Aviation. They do live streaming from Leeds, so I thought gave me a little bit of inspiration today, and I thought I would do one from a very similar place just to compare. This is the Orbx scenery for Leeds Bradford. It's quite an old scenery now. It was also available for FSX and P3D, possibly X-Plane 11 as well. It's not a bad scenery. It's a pretty decent rendition of the airport, really. It has got quite a few of the newer things missing, like for example just over there is a Costa Coffee Drive-In and things like that. Perhaps one day Orbx might update this airport like they've been doing with some of their others, like London City. So maybe there'll be a V2 of this at some point in the future. So we're just waiting for the other aircraft that's on approach at the moment to come in. So we just watch the JetBlue taxiing over to the stand. Now, one of the downsides to the Orbx scenery also is that they do have some static aircraft, of which you can turn quite a few of them off. But one of the ones that remains is the City Flyer Embraer, which unfortunately does not happen to fly there at the moment in reality, so it looks a bit weird it being there. It'd be great if you could remove that. I can also see a plane taxiing as well in the background there. I think that's a Ryanair flight to Limoges. Just going to focus on the 737-300 that's coming in from Mahon. Hopefully we'll catch that coming in a sec. There it is. And the Ryanair is taxiing out as well, as I can see in the background there. So that's all good. So yeah, Jet 2 has still quite a few 737-300s in their fleet. Some of them are based at Leeds. This flight from Mahon is in reality with Golf Delta Foxtrot Oscar, sorry. And over here we have the, this is a Max. This is a 737 Max, or as Ryanair call them, a 737 8200, which is just taxiing out. This is, as I said, this is going to Limoges. Just going to have a quick check to see if there's any other aircraft on approach. I cannot see any at this current time, so we'll just watch this one thing. Unfortunately, I cannot get the pilots to wave because you cannot really see the pilots on here, so we'll just have to, like, you know, it's not a bad rendition. As I said, when you watch the stream, you can see that tower in the distance. There's also a water tower nearby which you can't see in the sim. There's me photobombing in the Origny ATR 72, which I arrived in here just before I started this live stream, using the one that you can buy for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I quite like it. So I've just parked at stand 7, and if you can hear some seagulls, they're not part of the airport either. They're just part of my reality outside, living by the sea. We do have another aircraft on approach at the moment. That's from Palma de Mallorca. That is another 737-300. This one is in the red livery. Whether or not it will show up in the red livery on here is another matter, though. We'll have to wait and see. It's at 1,000 feet at the moment, and I'm just going to have a quick look over here, see if we can see it through the trees. Unfortunately, as I said, it's a bit overgrown with trees over here. So yeah, you can't really see the planes land because of the trees. Although being a drone cam, I can sort of cheat. But I'll just keep my level fixed at the moment. Hopefully we'll see the plane come over. I'm just gone to like a wider angle here. I'm using the drone cam in Flight Simulator as well. Right, I can just see it now. Right then, anyway, so here it comes. Oh, it is in the red tail, nice. There we are, it's coming into land. So once this is landed, I'm guessing the Ryanair is going to taxi out onto the runway. There he is, down, touchdown. Let's see if he can turn off at the end there, in the proper place. I think he's going to make it, yeah. All good. Yeah, all turned off at the end there, all good and proper. Right, and here comes the Ryanair now, all ready to taxi out. I don't know if this one will be turning left or right. Let's see. I think it'll probably turn left though, but you just never know, do you? Bit of a guessing game. I think it's going to come round this way. Yeah, there it comes. There we are. Just going to have a look at the reskin of this 737, just to see what the registration is on the side of this. Sometimes if I have a livery with the right correct registration on it, it will show up in the sim, but a lot of the times it just depends or not how many variations of the Ryanair we have. This is AIG Hotel Golf Tango, yeah, so unfortunately that's probably the only reskin that I have at that particular plane. There is another aircraft on approach I can see. This is a Ryanair flight, a 737-800 coming in from Paris, Beauvais. So that is on approach at the moment, so this will have to wait for that one to land before it can carry on around. Right, let's just zoom out a little bit because I need to catch this 800 coming in. As I said, it's a shame about these trees, but never mind. Well, hopefully we'll catch it arrive in a second. Here it is. Oh, a little bit of the thing there in the wind. And down though. Only thing we're missing really is the smoke that comes off the tyres. Okay, so that's just about to taxi off, and then this one is then going to be cleared to take off. And there's the 300 just taxiing into a stand over there. This will probably get told to move in a second or so. Not unless there's another aircraft on approach. Oh, there is. There is another aircraft on approach. There's a 737-800 Jet 2 from Ibiza on the way in as well. That's why this is holding, to wait for that one. If you have Flight Radar on your desktop or app, Android or iPhone, you're able, if you go to Echo Golf November Mike on there, you'll be able to see all the movements at the airport like I can see them as well. So you can also track them yourself. So if you want to find out what a certain flight is, and I don't mention it, then or maybe you've got the sound on mute, in which case you won't be hearing me anyway. But if, whatever the case, you'd be able to have a look at the aircraft as they're coming into land or take off. It won't show everything, so yeah, but it will show quite a few, most things. Right, just waiting for this Jet 2 to appear. The livery shown on airliners on Flight Radar is the silver with the red. So let's see if it's a silver or red as well, on here at least. It is indeed. Down it comes. There's the Ryanair aircraft in the background there. Yeah, a little bit of a crosswind there. You can see that the plane is moving around a little bit when it comes into land. Yeah, you can see by that windsock over there, it's quite a little bit of a crosswind there. So that aircraft is now going to turn off, and then when we look back at the Ryanair one, it will probably be taxiing. I can also see it multi-flight now. A private jet has just showed up as well. It's still not moving though. That's interesting. I can't see anything on approach. Oh yes, there is an aircraft. Looks like it's on approach at the moment. It's making an... I know it's actually not on approach, but I think it's going to fly over. It says there's an ATR 72. It's about to pass over the airport at about 8,000 feet. Interesting. Wonder what that's about. Oh, hang on a sec. There's actually... oh, it's okay. There's another aircraft passing over as well. I wonder if... I don't know. It's all very strange. It's all going on now. I don't know what's happening. Oh, we have this Leeds flight here going to Krakow. Okay, so that's now coming down the runway as well. This is a 737-800. And then we have some aircraft passing overhead. Let's see if we can see them on here. Not sure if I'll be able to pick them up or not as they fly over the top. No. Oh no, hang on, what's that one? There we go. So that's coming into Leeds as well. Just flying over. Very interesting. So that'd be why the 737 can't take off then, because of this coming down the runway. It's all going on. It's all happening, it is. And there's a Belfast flight as well that's just flown over. That's heading to this airport as well. An ATR Aer Lingus, that's just flown over as well. It's kind of all exciting, all going on. It's all happening at the minute. So that's going to park up here, I guess. Or once this one's taxied off, is this one going to go? Let's have a look. Is this going to start coming round now? Got a couple of aircraft showing up on multi-flight now. Interesting. Very interesting. So we have a few planes actually. We have also a flight from Corfu. That's just holding at the moment. And we also have a flight from Heraklion, which is at 9,000 feet. What on earth is going on? The flight from Corfu is just holding at the moment. It's just going around. Very interesting. Why is everything just stopped? Why is planes holding? Why is nothing going on? Hang on a minute. What's this? What on earth is going on at the minute? Everything is just really, really weird. What on earth is going on? If you look on flight radar, everybody, you can see that all the planes are doing, like, going on in a hold at the moment. It's hang on a minute. What's this one? There we go. We've got there's the ATR Aer Lingus from Belfast, and then behind that we have, holding at a different altitude, is the Jet 2 flight, and then we also have a Thompson, a TUI flight as well that's holding as well. So what is going on? Why is all the aircraft holding at the moment? Oh dear. Let's just watch the ATR go by. Let's just going past now. And then we have there's the Jet 2 as well in a hold, going around as well. As I said, if you look on flight radar, you can see all this happening for yourself. It's pretty interesting actually. I don't know what's happening at Leeds. I hope someone's not watching my stream here and thinking this is real life. Oh no, hang on a minute, it's all good. That's interesting. Wow. Anyway, so the Ryanair is ready to go. I don't know what that was about. It's very weird. I wonder what that was all about. Right, anyway, so there's the there goes the Ryanair aircraft. No, I was worried for a moment here. I thought maybe someone had seen the stream and thought it was reality, and somehow I don't know. I thought maybe they'd closed the airport because of this stream. I mean, I know that sounds stupid, but it did make me worry for a minute. I was like, oh my gosh. I just hope that wasn't the case. Right, anyway, off goes the Ryanair flight there. So off he goes. Got quite a few, as I said, we've got quite a few planes on holding at the moment though. Right, here comes the flight to Krakow, which is a 737-800. We've also got a couple of private jets showing at multi-flight. Now, whether or not they appear in the sim, I'm not too sure. It just depends if I've got something similar. If they do appear in the sim, they probably won't be exactly the same, as in they won't have the same registrations, but it'll be a similar model. Right then, so also just another reminder, chat is disabled on this stream. If you'd like to ask anything about the stream itself, when the stream becomes a video, once the stream's finished, you'll be able to leave a comment if you wish. So there goes the flight to Krakow. But yeah, that was very interesting. I don't know why all the flights stopped. I don't know why all the flights stopped. It's making me a bit nervous, it did. I was like thinking, oh my gosh. Maybe someone rang up the airport and said, oh, there's some guy with a drone and he's flying around the airport at the minute. But no, I know that sounds stupid, but you know. Oh, taking realism to the next level. But yeah, that was quite interesting. Anyway, the aircraft are still holding around. If you just look off, the flight to Corfu is the next one that's coming in, which is a TUI flight. It seems to be a 737 MAX. There we go. As I said, I wonder if this one will show up. I don't know if... I think I've got some TUIs. It might not be the exactly same livery though, but it might be similar. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Through the trees, which obviously there isn't so many in reality. Tree simulator. Right, so this flight, as I said, is from Corfu. Left 3.5 hours ago. Is a MAX. 737 MAX. Just going to see if I can still see the other aircraft now. I think they've just gone turn right at the end now, haven't they? Yeah. So anyway, that little bit of drama's over. Oh dear. That little bit of driver's over. Oh no, that was interesting. So yeah, anyway, Corfu's the next one. We do have a couple of private jets in multi-flight. As I said, I don't know if they'll appear in the sim or not. We'll have to wait. Right then, anyway, it's almost here. going to appear through these past these trees any moment. When it decides to show itself. Well, I think I can just, maybe it's coming now, maybe. Almost here. Yeah, so it's a 2E Max, but it's not in the same livery as the one that's pictured on Flight Radar, though. But it's the same kind of plane. It's a 2E Max, so that's good enough for me. Let's just hope he doesn't. Let's see, hopefully he can make it up to the top there. At the little exit. Right, I think one of the private jets is going to be coming out of multi-flight in a second. I can see it moving on Flight Radar, but whether or not it appears over there on the right, I'm not sure. The aircraft is a Phenom 300, so we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, it made the taxiway anyway up there, which is cool. Just have a quick look over at the airport again. So there's my little ATR part from earlier, from my little flight. So there might be a plane that taxis into that stand at some point, in which case it will be despawned. Not in real life, of course, because that would just be really not good. Yeah, the Phenom didn't show up. It's just taken off now on Flight Radar. I can see it's just going down the runway now. So yeah, unfortunately that one didn't show up for me. Probably because I don't have the Phenom 300 model. Never mind. At some point in the future we could have one. There's also another Phenom 300 as well, NetJets. I don't know if that one will show up. I'm not sure. I don't think it should do, but you never know. It's very random sometimes, the simulator, so you just never know. Anyway, then taxis the Max there. So it might be a little bit of a quiet spell now for a little bit. Actually, no, there's not. Of course, the ATR is on its way in. The Aer Lingus ATR from Belfast City is on its way in. As those of you might have been watching the stream about 5-10 minutes ago would have seen it circling over the airport at about 8,000 feet. So yeah, that's the next one due in. The aircraft on Flight Radar is Golf, Charlie Mike, Juliet, November now. The one in the sim might not be the same registration, but it'll be the same kind of plane. So as I said, more or less acceptable. Here it comes now. I can just about saw it through the trees there. It's just about to come out over here through this gap. Be interesting actually to see what gate that parks at. I've got a feeling it's going to park at the same, park at the same gate that my ATR is parked at. In which case it's going to be a fight. That left Belfast. I don't know actually. I was going to tell you on Flight Radar, but it doesn't tell me now. Probably about probably about 40 to 45 minutes ago. Well, actually, no, probably a bit longer, actually, considering it's been holding for a little while. So, yeah, probably over an hour now. So, this aircraft is operated by Emerald Airlines UK. There was also a other aircraft now that's... oh, sorry, that is... I saw another aircraft on Flight Radar and then realised it's the one I'm looking at. So, yeah. Silly me. just going to have a quick check to see if there's anything else coming in at the minute. There is another aircraft on a float approach, which is the other Jet 2 plane that was on the hold as well. That is the 737-800 from Heraklion. So last few flights coming in have been from the Greek islands. Those of you that watched the stream yesterday, you would know that I was in Athens yesterday. Oh, now I'm being attacked by dogs. Ow, my leg, get off my leg. Ah! Just kidding. That's the airport guard dogs. Get off, get off. Oh, my leg. Oh, my leg. Oh. I'm just kidding. Right, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to inject a little bit of humour into the stream. We have a flight going over from Stansted, going to Edinburgh. Oh, it's all going off here now, isn't it? Eh? Can't even have a live stream about something going on. Oh dear. Right, next aircraft is on approach now anyway, so it won't be too long away. When it shows up. I'll have to try and find out later why the aircraft were holding for a few minutes. It's very strange. Don't know why that was. Maybe they had to do a runway inspection or something. There might have been something that I couldn't see in the sim that was happening in real world. Right, should be visible in any second out. On flight radar, this aircraft has the blue tail on it today, so let's see if we have the blue one as well when it comes past. Indeed it does. And then up the little ski slope at the end, which is kind of like how it is at Leeds in reality. Big slope at the end there, like a ramp. It's all going on. The only trouble in this time of year, you have to have the windows open because of the, you know, to get some air in. Yeah, it went all the way down the end. It's had to do a turnaround there at the end because it had gone past the taxiway, so must have been quite heavy when it landed with all the folks in it coming back from their package holidays. Rumours are that one of the pilots could have worked for misplaced air freight, so we never know, will we? Right, I think that's it. A little bit it for now. You know, this is the only trouble with Leeds. You get areas when it gets very quiet again. So we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed and hope something's going to take off again soon. I can see on flight radar there is a flight going to Malaga, which is a 737-300, which is got the transponder on, but it's nothing's happening with it yet. So just have to keep it. So this might be a good time for you, if you are watching, to go and have a drink, put the kettle on, and yeah, maybe come back in about 5 or 10 minutes and see if things have livened up again. In the meantime, I'm just going to sit here and see what else is going on. So we can see that the ATR ended up parking in the gate. I think that must be gate 6. I think stand 6 or 5. That one there. So yeah, luckily I was in the way, which is all good. So little ATI community over there again. Just like at Leeds, just like at Athens yesterday, there was the ATR City, where all the ATRs would hang out. in their little community. The ATR community. I'm just seeing if there's going to be any overflights or anything like that. I can't see anything at the moment. Next overflight might be a flight from... oh wow, actually that's pretty cool. An Airbus A318 is about to fly over shortly. From Paris going to Edinburgh. Don't see too many A318s around now. BA used to have A318s, but now I think they sent them all to be scrapped. They used to do the London City to New York flights. But I think a lot of them have been sent waiting to be broken up now. See if it will spot it. I'm just going to see if it will put the Airbus A318 in as it flies over. I'm not sure if it will or not. It just depends on the model and the level of distance on it as well. We'll have to keep an eye out, see if we see a contrail develop in the sky at some point. As I said, seeing an A318 is quite a rare thing these days. I mean, I guess I know that I think there's a Romanian airline that has them as well. I think Tarom has some A318s still, but they never really made many A318s anyway, to be honest. It was a bit like the 737-600. There wasn't too many of them built either. Any sign? Can't see anything. It's probably just... oh, what's that over there? Oh, hang on. No contrail though. Yeah, that looks like an Airbus. There you are. There it is there, the Air France flight, with no little contrail behind it though. It's at 38,000 feet at the minute. Heading by, so if you see it, look on flight radar, you can just see it going past to the west, sort of southwest of the airfield at the minute, heading north. It left Paris 50 minutes ago. Oh, it's about to fly into the sun. That's not good. Don't want to burn your eyes, everybody. Got quite a good view. Got quite a good zoom on my drone. It's got a ground speed currently of 430 knots. When you zoom in enough, actually, you can actually see some of the stars as well. Like I've just gone past one of the Microsoft Flight Sim stars in the sky. That white blob was a blobbed up star there, and there's another one there, a white blobbed up star. You can see the stars at daytime. That's quite funny. Just wondering how long it'll be before the aircraft vanishes from sight. I'm surprised I can still see it, to be honest. It's a shame it doesn't have a contrail behind it though, but never mind. I'm surprised also that I'm able to sort of keep the camera on it, the drone cam, because I mean I've tried this in real life with a camera with a zoom lens, and it's pretty hard once you're zoomed in on something to keep it fixed. I mean, especially if you've got a handheld camera and it's quite heavy. If you're on a tripod, it's not so bad. But yeah, I think it's going to disappear soon. It's got to disappear in a minute. Oh, it's starting to descend now as well. So in real life, the plane is descending to Edinburgh now. And the plane is just about to... Actually, I was just trying to see. So it's gone past Skipton. There we go. Now it's gone. Yeah. Now it's gone. Oh, look, there's another contrail over there. Oh, wow. Look, there's all these contrails all showing up now. I wonder what aircraft that is while we're here. Let's see. What one is that? Oh, that could be a flight from Newcastle to Hurghada, which is another Thompson flight, a 737 MAX, but I think it's a little bit too far away to be showing up there, unfortunately. So that's heading to... Where's Hurghada? Isn't that Turkey? I'm probably going to... Right, the next plane is starting to taxi out now. The Jet 2 flight to Malaga. It's going to be appearing very shortly. It's a 737-300. What I'll do also is when there's a little bit of a quiet period, I will show you around a little bit of the Orbx scene. As I said, this scene is very old now. I think the MSFS version is almost basically a direct port of the version that was out for FSX and P3D. Just making sure there's no aircraft on approach at the moment. No, I can't see anything, so that's all good. So yeah, not so many operators now in Europe of the 737-300 now. Now the plane on flight radar is Golf Delta Foxtrot November. So not sure what the registration will be on this reskin here. I'll have to wait and see. I don't think it'll be too long before the Aer Lingus goes as well, because the ATRs, they do have quite quick turnarounds, I think like ½ an hour or so, and then they're off again, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that one. I think this actually is the registration is also matching, I think, from what I can see. Let's have from what I just saw just now, I think the registration on the plane is matching the one that's on Flight Radar too, which is always good. Yeah, I think that's Foxtrot November. I can see on the nose wheel door there. Actually, that's actually no, that's Mike. So it's not the same one. That's Foxtrot Mike. The one that's on Flight Radar is Foxtrot November, but close, but no cigar. The newer 737 version of a 300 in regards to size would be the 700 series. So the 700 series and the 300 are very similar in size, and then the 400 series is very similar to an 800 in size as well, and then the 500 and the 600 are very similar too. Right, now unfortunately I can't get the pilots to wave at me because they're in a darked out cockpit there. Anyway, that's heading off to Malaga. There we go. Fortunately, you don't get the engine roar sounds as you would do with the real planes. So that'll probably be flying over near Manchester and perhaps over Stoke. Depends on the routing it's going to be taken. It might go out. It might go out more to towards Manchester and Liverpool way, and then go over North Wales. I'm not sure. Have to see. I think it's going to do a right turn at the moment, and then it disappeared. Right then, I'm just going to go AFK for a couple of minutes. Just going to go and get myself a drink, and then depending on what's going on with the airport, I'll do a quick look around the airport, so those of you that might not have the Orbx scenery can have a quick look at it and see what it's about. I'm just going to focus the camera over on the buildings over there, and I'll be right back. Won't be long. Right everyone, I'm back. Anything exciting been happening while I've been away? Probably not. We've got a flight to Larnaca showing up now, and we've got a Cessna doing some circuits in the area. There is a flight to Aberdeen that's just gone by as well. Don't know if that's going to show up. No. Right then, anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take you around the Orbx scenery. As I said, it's quite an old scenery now, so it probably needs a little bit of an updating, because there are quite a few things that have changed around Leeds since the scenery was created. So yeah, we have a static city flyer Embraer there, where which is the only static now I think that they have. They did have more statics in the scenery, but they got removed because a lot of people, you know, were using the AI traffic things, and it was just easier to have little different ones. So there we are, some of the area here. We got the control tower over there, which I think is darked out on this scenery. Newer sceneries tend to have like little bits of detail in it, but as I said, this was just like a port over from P3D and FSX, etc. And this is the terminal building itself. Lots of Jet 2 advertising. Leeds, Bradford, Yorkshire's airport, yes, and Yorkshire Airlines also used to fly from here. They were well known for having an outside toilet on the aircraft, and those of you that used to watch Hale and Pace will probably know what I'm referring to. So just a quick look around here. There's the car parking area, and then we have the stands over here where all the aircraft can park up. Quite a lot of stands here. So we have Jet 2, Ryanair, the TUI flight from earlier is here as well, and a Aer Lingus ATR, which came in from Belfast as well. Some aircraft also park over here in this area as well. And then the fire training area is over here, which is where they do all the fire training. Down there. And then over in the distance is the city of Leeds. So the plane's coming down over, and they sort of land on this big slope. Not sure what that area is there. I guess that's just like a spare parking stand, I guess. And then Multi-Flight, who deal with like GA and private jets and stuff like that, is over here. So you get some private jets parked here and other bits and pieces. So that's where Multi-Flight are, over here. You can see the roadway there and some fuel tanks, etc. As I said before, I'm not sure about these big wind turbines so close to the airport. I'm wondering if in reality there is a wind turbine there, but it's a little one. I'm just going to quickly just show you what kind of like, so when you're coming in, as I said, it's on a hill. I think I heard that Leeds Bradford is the highest airport in England. It could be the highest in the UK, but I know it's one of the highest in England, because you're quite high up here on the top of this hill. And then we've got Leeds over there in the distance. Some of the buildings and landmarks, etc. over there as well. Having a quick look around at the houses, etc. I think there's a railway station. Yeah, there's the railway line there as well. So I think that's it could be a railway station just down there before it goes under that bridge. I'm not sure. That's quite close to the runway as well, you see. So yeah, obviously not as close as what Gatwick is. There's also a, looks like a stately home over there. Whether or not it is a stately home is another matter. Just having a quick look. I think the Larnaca flight is going to be taxiing out soon, so I've got to keep my eye on that at the same time. But yeah, you can see that the shape of the runway from here as I'm going around. Oh, here it comes. Here's the Larnaca flight now. So the Larnaca flight is taxiing out, as you can see. 737-800. The registration on flight radar is Golf Juliet Zulu Bravo Oscar. So yeah, it doesn't match up, but that's okay. You know, it's the same kind of aircraft. It's got the same kind of tail. So you know, what is that there? Is that a snowplow? Or is that a steamroller? To help flatten the planes, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so that's going to be taxiing out, and there's an aircraft on approach. Wow, didn't see that coming. What aircraft is this? This is a flight from Tenerife, a Jet 2 flight. So at least from here we can actually see the planes coming in through the trees. Maybe this might be a better way to see them actually from here, because then obviously the trees aren't blocking the view. I wonder if I can go down to about here. Yeah, a little bit better. That's a good thing about doing the sim though, is at least you can kind of maneuver yourself around and get different viewpoints. Whereas if you're doing this in reality, it's a lot harder for you to up sticks and go somewhere else, because you might not be able to go to some locations because of the fact that they're fenced off, etc. There's the road tunnel there. Oh, that landed quite long. Now I don't know if it landed that long in reality, so let's see if he manages to stop at the end. It is from Tenerife though, so could be quite heavy with fuel, etc., because there might be some fuel that was left over, you know. So yeah, I think it's actually gone down to the end there. Yep, I think that's going to go down to the end. So let's just have a look at the other aircraft here. I'm just going to come back down again, like so. There we are. Just rendering the grass back in. Those of you that might be watching, I do have chat disabled when I'm doing my YouTube streams currently. I hope at some point I will enable chat. It's just very hard for me at the minute to have YouTube on and also view the chat. Twitch is a little bit easier, but so apologies for that. As I said, I'm using Microsoft Flight Simulator and other bits and pieces. If you haven't, yeah, please, if you can, like the video if you like the video, and also if you're not subscribed to my channel already on YouTube, please subscribe and click the bell for notifications as well, and then you'll get notified when I do other streams in the future. I do also have a Twitch channel with the same name as my YouTube, CK Sim Gaming. I do stream from time to time on Twitch, stream a little bit of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and also Train Simulator Classic, Train Sim World, Euro Trucks and American Trucks, and normally the games that I like to stream from time to time. So this aircraft here is heading off to Larnaca. But yeah, those of you that might have been here earlier or might not have been here earlier, it was a little bit weird here. All the flights stopped for about 10 minutes. There was aircraft holding coming over, and then they're in like big holds coming round and round. I really don't know what was going on. I started to panic a little bit. I thought maybe someone had suddenly watched my stream and thought that I was flying a drone around the airport and thought it was real life. I was like thinking, oh, I hope they haven't closed the airport because of me. I mean, I don't know what was going on. It was a bit weird. It was a bit weird, it was. I did start to panic a little bit. Or maybe someone was trolling the airport and rung up and said, oh, there's some bloke doing a stream on YouTube and he's just flown a drone over the control tower. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, dear. Right, anyway, off that's going to go. This is heading to Larnaca. There is another aircraft taxiing out as well. I think it might be a Ryanair flight. I'm just going to have a look in a second. That might be the flight that's just arrived, actually, from Tenerife. This is taxiing, actually, so just forget what I've just said. Right, and off to Larnaca you go then. Another thing I'll show you is the little roadway here that they have at Leeds. Because I didn't realise that there was a road that went underneath the airfield. Right, you're going to take off then? You better go and take off. That's it. That's it. Cool. Take off down the end, why don't you? Right, so yeah, over here there's like a little there we go. I just got to zoom out a little bit. So yeah, there's like a little roadway here. Now obviously they haven't actually got a real tunnel going under the scenery, it's just a black texture, so a little bit of scenery cheating there, but you can go to Harrogate from here, the A61, and then it goes all the way over here and comes out the other end. And I think there's a pub here. It might be like a Harvester or something. The Hawthorne Farm Adult and Family Dining. Cakeaway, an ice cream parlour. Interesting. A cakeaway. Oh look, you can even sit here, look. Maybe I can sit here and watch the planes. Oh, we'll just sit here and watch the planes instead. There we go. Can't really see a lot because it's all on a slope. Well, I don't know if you can watch the planes from that. And they haven't even bothered to put the sign. Look at that. Terrible. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, some nice little umbrellas there at the Hawthorne Farm. You can see the runways there built on a slope. Right, what's next anyway? There is a Ryanair flight going to Chania, which I think is another Greek island, isn't it? That'll be leaving soon. Just trying to see if there's anything over here. Let's just have a nice overview of the airport while we're here. There we are. See, I've got no, you know, even a DJI drone wouldn't be able to accelerate and climb as quickly as this. There we are, a little overview of the airport while we wait for something to happen. There we are. Anyway, I hope you're all good. Anyway, it gives me a chance just to have a little bit of my coffee again. So I think that's the next one to go off, is the Ryanair to Chania. I'm just having a quick look on for overflights as well, so keeping my eye on that for that too. I might attempt to put chat on in a moment, actually. Let me see, because I hate to be unsociable. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if I can sort it out so I can put chat on. So at least if some of you are watching, you can actually chat in chat. But bear with me a second. So it's good that at Leeds you do have these moments here where it gets a little bit quiet. So I can do this. Let me see what I can do. This is the trouble when I've only got a PC with one monitor. So I'm going to try and do it a different way. Right. Bear with me. I'll let you know when I've enabled chat. Let's see. Right. I will let you know when if I've enabled chat or can disable it. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Right, hang on. Let's put live chat on. Okay. I'm going to put a slow mode on as well for now, with like 20 seconds, but I'll see how that goes. Right then, so you should hopefully see a chat. I'm just going to type hi in chat just to say hello. There we go. So yeah, so we'll see what happens as we go. I'm just going to see if I can pick up the live chat on my stream though itself. Let's have a look. Bear with me, guys. I don't often do live streams on YouTube with chat, so just have to bear with me there. Caitlin Allen, hello. How are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. As I said, I'm trying to see how I can get chat to come up on here. For some reason I can't seem to get chat. I might have to restart my YouTube app on my tablet. I'm good, thank you. I'm looking on my PC at the minute for the chat. Oh, there we go. There we are. Got chat on my PC as well. That's awesome. Right, anyway, hopefully, yeah. We've got an aircraft taxiing down now. SB Live, hello. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. We're just about to watch this Ryanair flight taxiing down the runway that's going to be going to Chania. Just thought I'd just do a little bit of Leeds Bradford today. Right, let me go. So I've got my tablet out. I've got chat on my tablet, and then I've got my phone for flight radar. So it's all going on here. Right, so the registration on the real life aircraft is Echo Bravo Papa, and this one is Echo Bravo Yankee. So. Airspeed, yeah, no worries. I have just started just to do some little streams now and again on YouTube, just now and again. So I'll still be streaming on Twitch as well. I just wanted to just experiment a little bit with live streamings on YouTube as well. So anyway, so this aircraft is going to be heading off to Chania now, one of the Greek islands, I believe. This is Ryanair 75. No, sorry, Ryanair flight 2900, or for air traffic controllers it'll be Ryanair 75 Mike uniform. The ATR should be leaving soon as well. They normally don't hang around for very long. This is one of the AIG 737-800 models because the tail's got weird textures on it at the minute. Still a bit of a wicked crosswind there as well. At least the airport data for this one is a little bit better than what was at Athens yesterday. Athens was a disaster. If you watch my Athens video from yesterday, I was almost about to tear my hair out. I think the ATR has actually got the transponder on now, so as I said, it will be leaving soon. We have another aircraft taxiing out at the moment as well. This is going to Palma, Mallorca, a Jet 2 737-300. This is probably one of the 737-300s that landed about an hour or so ago. This is Golf Delta Foxtrot Golf. is the registration on this one. Yeah, I saw that stream airspeed. I've been watching a few stream. There's a guy that does a live stream for Madeira, so I saw a little bit of it. I mean, Madeira is a bit of a nightmare even when it's, you know, even on a normal day. So gosh knows what it was, you know, with the storm and everything. If you see any flights coming in on flight radar, let me know if you can, you know, obviously if you notice anything coming in, just so it gives me an idea. That'd be really, really helpful. And also let me know if slow mode is being a pain in the bum for you, and I can try and disable it. Oh really? Airspeed, that's interesting. They seem to have like a viewing balcony at the airport. Whenever they zoom into the airport, you can see like a balcony where you can watch the planes come out. The aircraft there was just showing me a little bit of the fuselage as it was lifting off. It just decided it wanted to show itself off there, like it was in a fashion show. Very, very nicely done there, aircraft. Bit of yaw there on the rudder. Oh. Don't worry, folks. The real life plane wouldn't have done that. Don't worry. Please don't ring up the airport now and say, "Oh my God, there's a plane! Oh no!" The other thing we're missing is the fox. There's sometimes when I watch live streams from this airport, there's a fox or a couple of foxes that go around in the field. Fortunately, none of that today either. Right, so what's next? The ATR is getting ready to go. In fact, it seems to have vanished somewhere. I think the ATR has disappeared into a black hole. If you see it, let me know, please. Thanks. There was also an aircraft that's getting ready to go to Tenerife. No, sorry, Lanzarote. Apologies. The ATR has vanished now. Hopefully it'll be making an appearance very soon. If you do spot an ATR, please let me know. Thanks. Apparently it is supposed to be taxiing to the runway right now, but I cannot see it. So, yeah. There is also a private jet that's just appeared on multi-flight again. I doubt if we'll see that one either, because it's probably going to be a model that I don't have, so never mind. I don't know where this ATR is though. If you cannot see it, One of our ATRs is missing. I know, it was quite happily parked there. It was quite happily parked as a static for ages, and now suddenly it doesn't want to show up. Terrible. Terrible. It's going to be taxiing onto the runway. In fact, it's actually coming up the runway towards me at the moment on flight radar, but there's no sign of it here. Oh dear. So no idea why it's vanished. No idea. It doesn't want me to see it. I know, it's terrible. Well, I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to have that, I'm afraid. Right, just bear with me a second. I'm just going to turn off my plug-in and turn it back on again and see if it comes back then. Just bear with me a moment, everybody. Nothing. You won't see much happen in your end. You might just see a couple of planes disappear in the distance there, but oh no, looks like my sim just died, but that was about right. How pants is that? My sim crashed. Well, that was that then. Oh well, I'll have to end the stream now because it'll take me about an hour just to load the sim up again. Maybe I should have just left it. Maybe I should have just left it alone and it would have been like, you know. Oh dear. Oh. And it was getting quite exciting as well, unfortunately. Oh dear. Never mind. Blame Caitlin. No, I don't know what happened. It doesn't normally do that, so I don't know. It might just be because it's been building up over time, you know. I still think there's like memory leak thing that you get with MSFS. I did, yeah, because I didn't actually start from Leeds. I actually did a flight, and then I think over time it just builds up, and I think, you know, there's some, I think it just builds up and builds up. Thanks for the stream. No worries. Sorry about that airspeed as well. I will do another stream though, from Leeds in the future. I would start it up. It's just that my sim takes about I think you know, a little while to I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stop the stream and then I'll see if I'll redo the stream again in a moment or so. But and then I'll just start from Leeds. But yeah, never mind. What would you like me to do, chat? Would you like me to stop the stream and start another one, or would you like me to go and maybe do a different airport? Let me know what you think. Otherwise, I can always restart the sim and then I'll can go from another different airport instead. Although if it's yeah, anyway, I don't know. It does take a while for the sim to load up for me though. About 10 minutes. It's you'd like to see more. Yeah, I think what I might do then, I'm just going to have a look to see what the departures are doing at Leeds at the minute. No, it wasn't anything to do with you. Departures. Next departure's at 40. There's a couple at 40, then one at 50. What's arrivals like? 45. Yeah, maybe I can just do a little bit more here for a little bit. Not for too long though. Right, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stop this stream and then I'll restart it again once I've actually loaded up, because otherwise it will just be sitting here forever. So I'll see you guys in about 5 to 10 minutes, alright?